9 winners of 2 races lifetime. We had a full field without any changes, and Tony will bring them home.
It's Remarkable with the lead. On the outside, it's 40 phone calls into second. Here comes Royce Rivrak, charging third. Stunning chances there between horses. Nayasam. Now they're in the final eighth of a mile, and your leader is Remarkable. Here they come, turning for home, and Remarkable has the lead by 5. It's 40 phone calls in second, followed between horses by Ralph as they come to the wire. Your leader, Remarkable. Off stride is Royce Rivrak, but it's Remarkable at the wire.
And it was Remarkable with Dave McGee at 560. Keith Smith trains 201 and 3. Finishing second was 40 phone calls. Niasum was third. The double of 3 and 6, 1740. The winning perfecta pays $57.80.
And that's the daily double from Friday night at Maywood Park. Stay tuned. We're going to be back with more coming up right after this.
Merrill Span facing on the inside. It goes Kelly to Greg.
Welcome back, and we're looking at the racing action from Friday night at Maywood Park. The conditions on this third race trifecta: 9 winners of 5 races are $30,000 in a lifetime at a basic claiming price of $8,000. We have a big field of 8, no changes, and here's the call.
Now they drive into the far turn. Master Dancer, Pico Wave. Another move at the leader on the outside. Quail Hollow and K's overtime. Here they come, turning for home. Master Dancer cuts the corner. Quail Hollow, here comes Pico Wave down the stretch. Master Dancer, Quail Hollow, Pico Wave is trying to come on. It's Master Dancer with the lead. Master Dancer, Quail Hollow, Pico Wave is third.
And that's back-to-back victories right here at Maywood Park for number 2, Master Dancer. That's 2 wins on the evening's card for driver Ron Marsh. Cherry King trains 360, the winning mutual. Quail Hollow and Fred Finn was second, Pico Wave and Randy Jacobs third. 2:01 and 3 is the time for the mile. We've got a 2-1 perfecta that returns $9.20. 2-1-6 on the trifecta, $107.20.
The fourth race, Illinois breds that are 9 winners of 3 races in a lifetime. We did have a scratch. Ruddy Wine was sick. They left a field of 7.
It's Al's Budget Exceptional. Drives at him on the outside. TV's Flame. Followed in that turn by Homeboy and Sunshine Gem. Now they drive into the far turn. It's Al's Budget with the lead. Exceptional on the outside. TV's Flame and Homeboy. Here they come, turning for home. It's Al's Budget by 3 lengths. Here comes Homeboy, charging on the inside. Exceptional is there. It's Al's Budget with the lead, and Homeboy. It's Exceptional with the lead as they hit the wire. It's Al's Budget at the wire.
And it was the favorite L's Budget with Anthony Morgan in the bike. Henry Grevengo trains 201 and a ticket, $5. Homeboy Ron Marsh second. Exceptional was third. The winning perfecta 2 and 6, $33.80.
I won't tell you that TV's Flame finished fourth. I won't tell you that, Mike.
There
are 10 claimers. They're Illinois conceived and fold. There's a field of 8, and this one just didn't go as expected.
They're by the 3/4 mile mark, and Wolf of Wall Street maintains a lead. Mr. Graciat is on the outside. Egyptian Boomer is there. On the inside of horses dancing over. Now they're in the final 8th of a mile. Wolf of Wall Street has the lead. Egyptian Boomer on the inside of horses with a rush. Here comes Dancing Over and down the stretch. Wolf of Wall Street has the lead. Egyptian Boomer. A lead move on the inside by Dancing Over. Here comes Egyptian Boomer at the wire.
And it's number 2, Egyptian Boomer. Fred Finn Jr. drives. Sam Bates trains. Nice winning mutual, 1840. Wolf of Wall Street and Nick Mao continues to race well. 6:40, Dancing Over and Ron Marsh third. 2 minutes and a 5th is the time for the mile. 2-3, perfecta $98. 2, 3, and 5 on the try, $428.40.
The co-featured 6 race claimers, $25,000 to $30,000. Small field of 5, and Tony's call.
Now they drive into the far turn. It's Les Filling with the lead. Royal Arms is alongside a challenging second. It's Jimmy Dundee looking for racing room. Here comes Pac-Man 3 wide. Here they come, turning for home. And Les Filling cuts the corner. It's Royal Arms. Here comes Pac-Man on the far outside. It's Les Filling, Pac-Man with a rush. Les Filling and Pac-Man. It's Les Filling at the wire. Pac-Man and Jimmy Dundee.
And it was Les Philly, Mark Albin, trained by Ed Holman, 158 and 2 at 5:20. Pac-Man second, Jimmy Dundee and third. Winning Perfecta 1 and 4, 44.80.
On to the seventh race. Our now winners of $4,000 in the last 6 starts. A big field of 9, and here's the call.
They're moving by the 3/4, 127 and 3. And there goes Heinrich. It's Heinrich now to take command, but Charlie Arrell is third, moving to second on the outside. Followed on the inside of horses. It's Mala Mala, only in America. Here they come, turning for home. It's Heinrich with the lead. Here comes Charlie Arrell, and he's out for the drive. Ronnie Marsh going to the whip. It's Charlie Arrell on the outside now to take command, and Heinrich. It's Charlie Arrell striding clear at the wire. Heinrich is second, close for third, Mala Mala.
And it was number 1, Charlie R.L. Darrell Bussey drives Nick Mao, train 760, the winning mutual. Heinrich and Ron Marsh was second, Mala Mala and Randy Jacobs third. 157 and 4 is the time for the mile. 19 Perfecta, 26.60. 192 on the trifecta, $111.80. You know, Darrell was here with us last night, and you know, everybody probably thinks that I knew he was going to win those races, but I asked him to come out before that. I didn't know he was going to win.
Did pretty good in this one, too. The featured 8th race, the free-for-all. 6 horses going for $17,000.
Barrel fan pacing on the inside. There goes Kelly to Greg right for the lead. Now they drive full position. Kelly to Greg has the lead in the river length and a quarter. Moneylender is second by 2 lengths. Open up and say ah. Is third by 2 lengths. Barbara's Prince. It's Balanced Attack and Wiregrass Kerrigan. Post position ordered to the quarter with Kelly to Greg in command a length and a half. It's Moneylender in second by 3 lengths. It's Open Up and Say Ah in third by 3 lengths. Followed by Barbara's Prince, Balanced Attack. And still trailing, that's Wiregrass Kerrigan. The quarter 28 and 4 the first quarter. And Kelly to Greg maintains a lead a length and a quarter, followed by Moneylender in second. Balanced Attack is now first over 4th, now moving to 3rd, charging second on the outside, approaching the half-mile marker. It's Kelly to Greg, but here comes Balanced Attack. Balanced Attack on the outside, they're halfway home. 58 and 1, now they drive into the clubhouse turn. It's Kelly to Greg with the lead. Balanced Attack is on the outside of challenging second. It's Moneylender right there in third. Here comes Wiregrass Kerrigan. Engine up on the outside. Followed on the inside. Open Up and Say Ah and Barbara's Prince. Midway up the back stretch, it's Kelly to Greg with the lead. Moneylender, he needs racing room. He finds racing room on the inside, and there goes Open Up and Say Ah. Now they drive by the 3/4 mile mark. It's Kelly to Greg with the lead. Here comes Moneylender, moving out of second, followed on the inside. Open Up and Say Ah, Wiregrass Kerrigan. Here they come, turning for home. Here comes Moneylender. Moneylender on the outside. On the inside, it's Kelly to Greg. It's Moneylender with the lead. A late move between horses. Open Up and Say ah. It's Moneylender at the wire.
Another winner for Darrell Bussey, Moneylender at $14. John Bangert, the trainer, 156 and 3. Open Up and Say ah, second. Wiregrass Kerrigan third. At Perfect of 2 and 3, $91.
There are 12 claimers in the 9th race. Big field of 8 and a little bit of an upset here.
It's SF United in second. It's a gap to Carlisle Bay. They're by the 3/4, 127 and 3. But it's Ivory Gate opening up the lead now with every stride. It's SF United in second. A little on the outside of horses, Carlisle Bay, Pepe Ranger. Here they come, turning for home, and Ivory Gate has the lead. It's SF United in second, followed by Carlisle Bay in third. On the inside of horses, that's I Think I Got It. But it's Ivory Gate all alone. It's Ivory Gate at the wire.
And it's number 1, Ivory Gate and Fred Finn Jr. in the bike for his second victory on the evening's card. Ron Van der Rostein trains $8, the winning mutual. SF United and Mickey Morgan was second. Carlisle Bay and Mark Aubin third. 157 and 4 is the time for the mile. A 1-7 Perfecta, 110.80. 173 on the trifecta, $678.40. We had a claim in this race. Number 2, Awesome Andy. The new trainer is Roger Waddell.
The 10th race, $16,000 claimers. We had a full field and Tony's call.
It's Slide with the lead. It's Colonel Sky Colors, that is. On the outside of challenging second, Young Wish. is saving ground in third. It's Colonel Potter, they're halfway home. A minute and 1 into the clubhouse turn, and slide. Maintains the lead. Sky Colors is on the outside trying to come on. It's Young Wish right there in third, followed by Colonel Potter. Decipher has nowhere to go, followed by Geno Prince. On the outside, it's Poco Guy, and trailing, that's Billy Scott. And there goes Sky Colors. Sky Colors on the outside with a neck in front. On the inside, it's slide. Here comes Colonel Potter. Under the whip, 3 wide. They drive into the far turn. On the inside, slide. It's Colonel Potter. Young Wish needs racing room. Here comes Geno Prince. He's moving up 4 wide. Here they come, turning for home. It's slide. But Young Wish powers between horses. Slide. Young Wish. Geno Prince is off stride. It's slide. Here comes Decipher on the inside, but here comes Young Wish. 3 horses at the wire.
In the photo, Young Wish wins it. A driving double for Anthony Morgan. A training double for Ed Holloman at 1080, 159 and 2. Slide was second, and finishing third, Decipher. Hey, that was my choice. Perfecta 4 and 3, $46.
On to the 11th race. Our now winners of 4 races are $15,000 in a lifetime. Field of 9, no changes in the final from Friday.
Approaching the half-mile marker, but it's all Mr. Tiaco. Mr. Tiaco has the lead 2 lengths. It's Wellwood Nero in second. On the outside of horses, that's Bronze Pride. 59 seconds flat. Now they drive into the clubhouse turn. Mr. Tiaco maintains a 1-length lead. On the outside, that's Bronze Pride. A challenging second. It's Wellwood Nero back to third. Followed on the inside, Egyptian Commander and Sunbow Brave. Now they curve into the back stretch, approaching the final quarter. Mr. Tiaco by 3 lengths. It's Bronze Pride in the second, followed now by Wellwood Nero in third. On the outside, it's Sunbow Brave and Egyptian Commander. They're by the 3/4. Now they drive out of the far turn. Mr. Tiaco has the lead. Bronze Pride in second, followed on the inside, Wellwood Nero. It's Sunbow Brave, Egyptian Commander. Here they come, turning for home. Mr. Tiaco has the lead by 4 lengths. It's Bronze Pride in second, followed on the outside by Wellwood Nero and Egyptian Commander. But it's Mr. Tiaco, Bronze Pride, and Wellwood Nero third.
And it's number 2, Mr. Tiaco. Ron Marsh drives. Carl Prevey trains. 420, the winning mutual. Bronze Pride and Dave McGee was second. Wellwood Nero and Darrell Lyons third. 158 and 3 was the time for the winning mile. There was an inquiry on this race, but the result stood, so here's the payoffs. Perfecta of 2 and 9, 1360, 291 on the try, 128.80. And our late daily double combination of 4 and 2 returns $27.40. $1.3 million was the total combined handle from Friday night's card at Maywood Park, but coming up tonight, Saturday, boy, is it tough handicapping, but we're going to give it a try anyway. We got our darts ready. We'll be back right after this.
It's late night harness racing. Join host Eleanor Flavin every weekend for Late Night Harness Racing, only on Sports Channel.
Welcome back, and we're going to be looking at the main event from Saturday night's card at Maywood Park. That's the Associate Series. Buck and Wing is in it. He won the Cook County Series, but lost the Egyptian to Go Stocks. Can he do it tonight? Mike thinks that he can.
You got a good shot.
But first, before we look at the fine field, let's look at some horses to watch. And I agree with one of them, maybe 2 of them that I don't. Golden Dart in those A-claimers had the rail last time and still finished 4th. Like, what could you possibly
Well,
say?
Eleanor, Monday night, 3 races in a row. It's the case of horses lacking racing room. The first one we're looking at was Golden Dart. Golden Dart had pace, no question about that, but he had nowhere to go. He was locked in, got out too late. He was only beaten the length of 3/4. Maybe better racing luck.
Okay, now Miss Sharon Lee now winners the 2 races, Illinois Conceived and Foaled Fillies. I like this because she's racing, what, Easier Company?
Well, she's racing Easier Company, and she got the good trip behind Mackey, but sometimes you don't win with the good trip because, again, here's a horse that couldn't get out, but I got to point out that her next start Monday, I didn't take her. She's got the 8th slot, maybe the time after that.
Okay, more 8 claimers in, fillies and mares. Look for Horseman's Carol, and I know you're going to talk about, luck of the draw. The horse keeps drawing outside.
Well, this was the horse you liked the other
I
night,
did.
and the horse finished second, finishing a half length behind Lace Gimlet. This horse was right behind a horse, Miss Diamond Lil. Again, a case of no room in the lane here, and again, Jim Curran had horse.
Okay, those are Mike Paradise's Arrow Horses to Watch, brought to you by Arrow Chevrolet and Chrysler Plymouth. Now it's time to look at the main event from Saturday night's card. It's the Associate Series, a stake race for 3-year-olds and up. You've got to be Illinois conceived and foaled, and there's a couple entries here, so look for post position number, not program number here. Mickey Rodriguez has Dr. Walker from the rail and Mark Aubin. Arborator starts from the 6th hole with Dave McGee. Ed Holdeman, this is it's an owner entry here.
Right.
Okay, Brooklet's Roswell with Ron Marsh from the 2 spot, St. Elmo Eagle and Anthony Morgan. He'll be flashing. Fred Finn come from the 4 spot. Number 5 is Buck and Wing, post position number 5. And Lake Hills, Texas with Dale Heitman, game winner last week. I love Buck and Wing. I don't want to go against Buck and Wing. I'm not going to go against Buck and Wing.
Right now, he's racing really sharp. He's out of the free-for-all ranks. This race originally did it. Dirty Deeds was in, and he beat Buck and Wing earlier, but he got sick. He's out, changes the whole complexion of the race. Who's going to keep Buck and Wing from getting to the top? Dr. Walker could show some speed. Lake Hills, Texas could lead, but he's outside of him. I don't think they could beat Buck and Wing in here. I think you got 2 horses that you have to consider. They'll be coming off the pace. He'll be flashy, a late rusher with ability. And Brooklet's Roswell, the only problem with Brooklet's Roswell is every disappointing race has been at Maywood Park. But with the 2-hole in Ron Marsh, you never know.
What about Lake Hills, Texas? Where were you last week, Mike?
You know what he beat, though? He beat the 3-year-olds. Older horses this time from the outside. I don't think so.
In your perfecta, put Buck and Wing on the top, put Arborator and Lake Hills, Texas in there, and you're a winner.
Well,
that's my prediction.
Okay.
Okay, that's the main event from Saturday night. We've got more. It's tough handicapping, but we're going to be talking to Mike Paradise all about it right after this. Welcome back, and we're handicapping Saturday night's card from Maywood Park. And as I mentioned at the top of the show, this is a tough handicapping card, and I think I'm going to keep harping on it. The line in the program is what screws me up all of the time when I'm trying to handicap.
We have a little difference of agreement here.
It's a big difference of opinion.
Starting
and
with the first race.
And that's hard because Mike's going with number 6, Peace Talks. The favorite in the program, the top pick, is Chanka with Walter Paisley, still from the outside. But I think, like, Marengo Lane, Seat the Truth, and Sterling Express are going to have, like, really something serious to say about Chanka getting out.
I think you're wrong, Eleanor.
I'm wrong?
Yep. Peace Talks is going to go to the front. Chank and Satellite Spring from the outside. Ron Marsh is not going to give up the front end.
I don't know.
Next.
I don't see it. Next, then Siouxland Native and Anthony Martin.
Siouxland Native, the edge over Harvey Homestretch, who doesn't get around turns real well, but Siouxland Native has to get out with an earlier move if he doesn't leave.
Okay, 3rd race trifecta. We've got a Tri-Key and a Miller Lite Long Shot. Egyptian Icer and Fred Finn is the key. Miller Lite Long Shot, Autumn Express.
Egyptian Icer's got to leave to be effective here, no question about it. Autumn Express getting better, no cover last time.
4th race, Hindu Rebel N and Dave McGee.
So she says, throw a dart. Maybe Hindu Rebel will stay inside and not race first over this time. At least I hope so.
There are 10 claimers in this 5th race. Mike's going with Smoking Fella.
Good 10 claimers in here. Lieutenant Monterey, the favorite with his speed. Espo will push him. He's going to set it up for horses coming from behind. That's Smoking Fella and or
Native Bill.
Bill,
That's
right.
my pick. 6th race, a solid play, the only
Yeah.
one on the card. Saw last week Prince of Tides, and he's got the rail tonight, and he's got Ron Marsh
Same
back in the
class
bag.
too,
Same
Eleanor.
class.
This one, as you say, is a no-brainer, no price, but we'll take the win.
Well, we're going to need a winner by then. Head Chef from the 2 spot in those $20,000 to $25,000 claimers, 7th race.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride. That's been his tale here. He's been second, third. Probably going to get the trip behind Sly Agent. Maybe this time he can get up in time.
Okay, now we're looking at the co-featured 8th race, Open Company. Dave McGee and Cedars Trenton have the rail. Top up N, Richard Lomont, Fox Valley Slicker, properly motivated, inside, outside. Cedars Trenton last week touted pretty heavy as a favorite. Was he in over his head?
No, he raced well, but he just got beat. The fractions weren't there. With the rail, he's probably going to dictate things here, probably going to take the trip behind Richard Lomont. Probably motivated is my price shot.
Okay. Well, he can pride. I really like this pick.
Later move has got to do it, but I'll tell you, Eel Hips is going to be tough in there, Eleanor.
Buck and Wing, of course, in the 10th, and we've got a late daily double key and a Tri-Key in Flying Frankie and Randy Jacobs, but I love Rich Tree. When is Rich Tree going to win?
Well, if he gets to the front in good shape, he can, but I think Carl Porcelli's going to keep him from the front end. Flying Frankie comes from behind, knocking at the door. Randy could have a good night.
Okay, that's Saturday night's card from Maywood Park. Don't forget to catch us on Late Night Harness Racing tonight, 12:30, right after the Bulls game. So until next time, we'll see you at the races.
Good night.
Chicago Harness Racing is an exclusive presentation of Pacesetter Productions.
Chicago Harness Racing has been brought to you in part by Miller High Life, the best comes shining through, by Arrow Chevrolet and Chrysler Plymouth, and by the Illinois Department of Agriculture, supporting harness racing throughout the state.